Hey everybody, it's Matt Hillier again here at the Cadillac Barn with my buddy Arjuna Contreras, RJ Contreras. He plays drums for the Reverend Horton Heat, and he played for he's played for us, 1100 Springs, for about 6.5 years.
Yeah.
And you've played with a lot of folks in a lot of different styles. That's one thing I've always admired about you as a musician, is that your well is deep when it comes to your knowledge of groove and just any number of different styles, from anywhere from playing polka with Brave Combo, or what I wanted to ask you about, because it's something on your resume that just not everybody in the world has ever been able to do, is you played some gigs with Donna Summer.
Yeah,
which always has blown my mind, just the idea that opportunity came about. Tell me a little bit about it.
Sure. Like 2005, 2006, I think I did probably about, I don't know, gosh, it wasn't a ton of shows, but it was select shows with her on percussion. My uncle in Connecticut happened to live in the same neighborhood as her musical director, and for a while was telling him, hey, you gotta check out my nephew, he's a great drummer. And the musical director would always say, hey, well, she's pretty set in the drum department, but we often need a percussionist, because they were hiring percussionists like locally for different shows. So they gave me a shot playing percussion in Chicago at a private event at a hotel in downtown Chicago, and went really well. And after that, it kind of became a thing where I would find out where they were going to be tour schedule wise, and if it was something that I could swing, I would contact that musical director and also the contractor locally in whatever city they were going to be, and try to get on the gig. Right. So they didn't have a full-time percussionist at that time, so it was definitely a lesson for me that, like, if you want it, you got to go out there and try to make it happen yourself.
You got to hustle.
You got to hustle.
Yeah.
So I was definitely hustling.
Did you have interactions with her?
Yeah.
She's pretty cool.
She was a sweetheart, and may she rest in peace. But I'll tell you what, her voice, after all those years in the 70s and 80s, of living that lifestyle, even in 2005, 2006, her voice was still magical. You could tell it was like a gift from above. Still sounded like she did in the 70s. But interactions with her, I remember one time specifically, like she showed up to the end of a sound check. I think we were playing like the LA County Fair in Los Angeles, and her and her sister came walking on the stage. Her sister was one of the background singers, great singer as well. And they came over by me and they're like, "Oh, we love your hair longer like this," because my hair was curly, longer and curly. She's like, "Oh, I love your hair," and then she said, "I'm so glad you're here. Though every time I look back and see you on percussion, I know it's gonna be a good show."
That's great.
Which was cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was definitely a fun learning experience for me. And at the time, I wasn't playing a whole lot of percussion, but it was, again, one of those things where if you haven't done it, you got to act like you can do it.
Right.
And I had played percussion in school. I wouldn't call myself like a full-time professional percussionist at that point. I was playing a lot more drum set, but I got together what I needed to get together to play the gig.
You always do.
I try.
You always do. That's Arjuna right here. You heard it here. The man jammed with Donna Summer. Just one more reason he's cool. Tune into the Cadillac Barn next time. Like and subscribe and all that good stuff.